in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, I've started live streaming. Just so you have a heads up. That's happened now. Yeah.
All right.
I've done that before. I've worked night shifts, and your schedule just gets messed up to shit. It's like getting home at 7 o'clock in the morning and being like, what happens now? And then I just decide to go to sleep and sleep until like
Yeah.
noon or 2, and then your days are fucked. Yeah.
Your rope.
Tell me if that stops. It might just be the initialization of the game. Is it still roboting? Hello? Let's try this again. Control R. Sorry guys, it's just what has to happen. One thing or another, something will go wrong. And sometimes it just has to be Discord, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, now I'm gonna tab out again and make sure, check my messages and what's happening here. Oh, link expired. Okay. Oh god, there's too much stuff. Just too much stuff. Sorry guys, I'm just going to send out some invite links.
Did you hear about the new GPUs that NVIDIA are putting out?
Yes, I really want one. I really want one of the new 6-core processors. The one I specifically want is like $500. It should be on my Steam wish list. Wait, no, Amazon wish list that I put out.
Yeah.
Just gotta go get some of that sweet 6-core processing.
I could use a hand, and I can pay. So.
Uh-oh, I don't remember being here. I was pretty drunk last time I played. I think he yelled at a lot of people.
Wait, was this like before or after like the stream on like, what was it, Pornhub or something?
Shit, I don't remember. I don't know. Did you end up watching that?
A little bit. I haven't.
There's a marker just east of here.
Sorry, I'm brain farting. I've been up since like 7 in the morning.
Are you gonna go take a nap? Go to sleep?
No, I'm trying to reset my sleep cycle a really brutal way.
Oh, they stay up until the cycle's supposed to begin.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are always horrible. My favorite thing in the world though is the melatonin. Wait, melatonin? Yeah, melatonin. Not the melanin, the melatonin. No, it takes some melatonin. It triggers your sleep cycle to initiate and stay on. So it's good enough for trying to fall asleep. Take what, pill maybe 2 at most. Wait, what is this? Far Cry Arcade. And it normally helps me reset my schedule over a night or 2, and that shouldn't be a problem. But it doesn't work for everyone. Some people swear by it, like me. Some people swear at it and want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But that's like with everything. Some people are like, oh, coffee puts me to sleep. Other people are like, cocaine puts me to sleep. I'm like, well, you have whole other issues that you have to deal with at this point. Cocaine puts you to sleep. Yeah. You know what's strange about everything right now? I watch other people's videos on YouTube and Twitch, and I'm like, damn, these guys have really smooth everything. What? Uh-oh. No! Sorry. They have like really smooth graphics and everything's running really smoothly, and I never feel that way when I'm playing my game. Probably because it might not be as smooth as I might imagine it. Because I'm like live streaming and my processors are fucked and my computer's really old. But I want to get to that level where I'm streaming at 60 frames. 60 frames with full resolution on. But I definitely need a new processor for that. Hence why I'm so excited.
I don't know. My computers or my processor's fairly new. It's the i5 that came out in 2017 or at the beginning of 2017.
Mine is an i5, but it's the I think the 1200 no the 2000 series, not even the zoom in and bang. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so like shit, I bought myself an external an external capture card, so I could so I can just capture my shit on the fly. And I thought it'll take up less process than like OBS, but I plugged it in the other day, and it's like, and it's giving me only about 17 frames a second. I'm like, what the fuck is 17 frames a second? What am I gonna do with 17 frames a second? Like,
yeah,
and it checked, and it's like, oh yeah, only the 4000 series processors of i5s will work properly with this. With the capture card. I'm like, well, great. I'm so close yet so far away.
Yeah, I have the i5 7600. Okay.
There you go. The 7600 still is relatively new, as opposed to whatever the hell I have, which is I think 7 years old now.
Let me see.
I think it's the 22 or 2300.
2500. Okay.
Yeah, okay, there it is. 2500.
I don't know. I'm thinking about like picking up one of those to turn into a computer to stream like Netflix or Plex in my bedroom.
Wait. Pick up what? The capture card?
Oh, no, just a kind of a cheap shit computer.
Oh, you could use like anything. Shit, at this point you could use a Chromecast in one of your old phones to just just cast stuff whenever you want to a different location. That's pretty much what I do. I got the Chromecast and I just cast everything to my TV, whatever I have paid subscription to. And since I have Chrome, and it's a Chromecast, and God, I'm actually really pissed off about this, but I'll get into it in a second. I can just open up any streaming service that I use, which might even potentially be an illegal service, and I just cast it from my desktop, and it just captures whatever's
The Plex that I'm in isn't. I'm not sure if it's particularly legal. But yeah, my brother runs it, and he gets like a bunch of shit from someone he knows. But that server that he gets all of his torrents off of isn't available to the public.
I've heard about a lot of these servers. That you can just set up and just stream it to wherever the hell you want. That's kind of worked. I've had people try and offer to set it up, but I bought the goddamn 4K Chromecast thinking it would be a good alternative to all the other bullshit streaming services that are out there, streaming the boxes. But I feel like it got ripped off. Buddy of mine was talking about one of these things. That was fantastic. He paid 120 bucks for it, and he's pretty much getting what is it? Also, they come pre-equipped with some kind of streaming services where it's pirated crap from like brand new movies from movie theaters are on there in pretty high resolution, like a day or two after. They come out in theaters. Which again is the whole point, right? Right now, all the movie theaters are doing that thing. All the new movie companies are starting this really fun, exciting thing where they don't want people to go to movie theaters anymore because people aren't going to movie theaters.
Yeah, there's no real point.
Nope. And what is it? While everyone else is getting rid of their movie theaters, Disney is the only people left right now that are actually investing in movie theaters. So, you know how they have like Disneyland and Disney parks?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so now you're just gonna be, the movie going experience as a whole is just going to be Disney experience. You just go watch Disney movies in movie theaters for giant spectacle movies, while everyone else just kind of just lets you stream their movies to your house. First thing,
and not to mention, like, the only movie theater near me is like just fucking filthy.
is it?
So, oh yeah, if we want to go see a movie, we drive like 30 minutes.
Have you gone to the VIP theaters? I'm not trying to like advocate for.
No.
Oh. The VIP movie theaters is one of the best things I've seen them come out with, but this is their dying moments, where they're like, oh, we got to figure out what we're gonna do to get people back into the movie theaters. They give you giant leather recliners. You can have alcohol and actual real food at the seats. You get seat service, and every single person pretty much gets their own recliner. With like you and one other person actually share the seats themselves.
Oh, wow.
No, you don't share the seats. You have like the recliners are attached to each other a little bit, so you have some arm room shared. And it's supposed to be an adult experience, so nobody under the age of 18 is allowed in. 21 in certain drinking age areas. So basically, they kicked out all the children and they made it a proper adult going movie experience. So like, I'll go with my girlfriend and she'll get a bunch of wine and like a bunch of beer delivered to the I guess the chairs, and we'll get like fries and whatever the hell else.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, they're trying to save movie theaters, I guess.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. But I'm really excited. What are they saying? They're gonna charge about $50 a movie on release, and you get to stream it in 4K quality into your own living room. That way, it'll give everyone a purpose to have another media room in their house, so you can invite your friends and a bunch of other people, like load up on snacks, and everyone just kind of gets to enjoy the movie at a friendly pace. Because you know you're not going to invite the friend that just talks throughout the entire movie and plays on his fucking phone. Tell him to go fuck himself right away. Just right away. But, yeah. I'm kind of excited for the future, and yet I'm very, very scared for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, check it out. See if you have any of them in your area.
I might.
I thoroughly enjoy going to them, because every other time I go to the movie theaters, there's always some asshole who just decides to talk throughout the entire thing. I'm not even going to talk about the kids that are always on their goddamn phones, which makes me sound a lot older than I am. But there's always that one other problem as well. The fucking assholes that want to kick the back of your seat. I'm like, how do you do this? How do you just
I
sit
haven't had
there?
that issue in a long time.
Every single time I've gone to non-VIP movie theaters, like sometimes the guy's not even like I'm not even mad at the guy. He's like 7.5 feet tall, and he's crushed in the seat behind me. And I know he's not doing it on purpose. I know he's not kicking the crap out of my seat because he's being a dick. He's doing it because he literally can't control his own size. And then we never went to the regular. We tried never to go to another regular movie theater again. We just kept going to the VIP stuff. The VIP stuff's been really good. Like, no one kicks the back of your goddamn seat. There's like there's like 4 feet between you and the guy in front of you, and 4 feet between you and the guy behind you. So Where is she?
Actually, sounds pretty nice.
It is. It's actually really nice. It's like having your... having your own little movie theater experience. I don't know how to describe it. It's like better food than at home, but more rigidity. Like my girlfriend doesn't get up and go pee every 15 seconds when we're at the movie theater. But absolutely, when we're sitting around watching a movie at home, just always getting up to go to the bathroom or getting up to go get some more slices of cheese or getting up to go get some more beer. I'm like, holy shit, just fucking relax. Enjoy the movie going experience. She's like, we're not in the movie theater. This is why we stay at home.
Is it like that?
Hold on. There it is. One guy down. I think I'm safe here. So I'm gonna tab out of this game for a second. Come on, game. Come on. Oh no, it's a Google link. It's not a picture.
Oh.
Send me a picture. I'm not following. I'm not opening. Actually, Chrome is open, isn't it? You know what? I will click that link. But it's gonna slow everything down. Everything down a lot. Right. I'll get back to it once it opens. This might take a while. Are those people friendly or enemies? I guess they're friendly. Where was I even going? I think whatever.
Some of the ARs in this game look pretty sick.
Which game?
In Far Cry.
Oh. Most of the guns look pretty good. They handle really well. I like that.
Finally, someone's depicting a key mod rails.
The what?
It's the front handguard. That it goes over the barrel. Like instead of having like rails going all over or going over four sides of it, you can snap in rail sections. It makes the gun lighter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're a gun guy. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. I hope ARs are for sale forever, and will continue to be for sale forever.
Yeah, I think they will be for a while.
Despite the idiots that want to go into places and shoot up schools.
Yeah.
Well, YouTube itself. That's nice. Okay, so they hopefully can't see me. Looks like they do see me.
Well, my only concern about the whole thing with firearms is just the way demographics are shifting in certain states.
Oh, wait, what's happening with Democrats in states?
There's been like a shit ton of Democrats moving from California to Texas as an example.
Oh, yeah, I've been talking about that. I'm like, how are you guys dealing with that in particular?
I don't know how they're dealing with that in Texas. I don't live there, but yeah, I don't know how we'll deal with that.
Okay.
Because if the Democrats can manage to get Texas to go blue, yeah.
Then everyone's screwed. They've been talking about this for a while. How all the tech guys, all the tech giants that have made California a worthless shithole, have slowly been packing their shit and moving to Texas because they think it's a more conservative area. But along with that, they've been bringing all their liberal fucking values to Texas as well. And specifically,
Yeah.
what is it, Austin? Austin's getting really bad.
Yeah, it's just like, what did you stupid motherfuckers not learn the lessons from California? I mean, well,
Let me tell you
I swear, it's just like, oh,
a true story.
it's like, oh, it didn't work in California. Let's try it here. Maybe it'll work this time.
There once was a young
I don't know. California's been on, downturn ever since, like, what was it, the 80s?
friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they haven't been having a good time, have they?
Yeah.
By the way, yes, I see your photo right now, and those are the movie theater experiences. Every single one of them is slightly different. They don't all conform to the same rigid standards, but yes, that is what VIP theaters look like.
Die.
I'm also really afraid.
I'd rather just stay at home.
No, it's true. They give you the ability to spend $50 to stay at home and watch the same movie you would in the theater. God damn it! Just playing with my settings. And I personally look forward to it. When I'm gonna get that goddamn box, and I'm gonna invite my friends over, and we're gonna have a nice media room with my nice sound system and a goddamn nice flat screen TV.
Gave her a new family.
And they're probably gonna ruin it by being the critics that they are.
No longer wish to die.
Have you had that problem when too many of your friends become cynical and too criticky?
Not really, because we usually put on like the shittiest movies we can find and make fun of them.
Oh, okay. So it's just like we did the porn the other day. We put it on to make fun of it, not to enjoy it.
Yeah.
He asked if she had faith in him.
Yeah, the friend that
If she would be willing
I used to sit down and like sit there and make fun of it. He's on his mission.
very much wish to
He's Mormon.
Oh.
So
See, those guys have it right. That's what I want to do. If I could have anything, I'll just have people sign on to my religion. I'm gonna start my own religion and just have people sign on to it. I'd prefer that you believe in God, but mostly I just prefer that you believe in not paying taxes to Democrats. Or conservatives. How about we just don't pay taxes to the majority of what you don't believe
taxation is theft.
in? Taxation is theft, and it's double dipping theft. I talk about this a lot. I'm like,
Hey man, Uncle Sam needs his blood money.
Uncle Sam needs it. Look, I get there are certain things that we actually need, right? I get it.
Yeah.
But I know the memes are how are we gonna build our roads? How are we gonna get the roads? Well, here where I live, the roads are paid for through gasoline tax, for example, and property tax. So your local again I have to premise this with only income tax is theft. Property tax I kind of get. They use the money to build the schools, to fund the firehouses, to fund the police stations, to build the roads, to do a bunch of different shit. But also, the gasoline tax also helps fund the roads to rebuild a lot of stuff. I really hope she's not naked. I'm really hoping that in this game that they don't continuously appear naked all the time.
Yeah, that would not be good for your Twitch channel.
I can tab out, not tab out of the game. I can just switch screens, I guess. Real quick, so not too many people see it, not too many people get it, and then just delete the stream afterwards.
Yeah.
I'll set you free. But yeah, no, I need to join the religion and just get tax exemption. And I think that's the main reason that the Democrats love the fuck are they called? The atheists so much is because the atheists help destroy the foundation of religious the religions, and therefore the religions don't take as much of the tax money and can't claim up property. But I think we're gonna have a religious war very soon, and I think I need to have my own religion for that religious war.
Yeah, my dad is actually an ordained minister. It's actually a fairly easy thing to do.
Yeah, but like he still has to pay an income tax, doesn't he? You just have to come up with
Yeah.
a religion like Scientology or something, where you don't have to pay taxes anymore. And at the very
Yeah.
least, they don't take your income taxes. And that's what I want. I think I'm going to set that up. That's going to be attached to my YouTube channel from very soon forward on. I'll announce it in one of my podcasts. And we'll sit around and we'll give it a name. We'll give it a positive identity. Hopefully something catchy and lighthearted. And we'll just claim that we don't believe in the majority of these indoctrination systems. And we don't believe in the false dichotomy anymore. We believe in freedoms and a few other things that we just all need to sit down and talk about, because I'm tired of hearing people say stupid shit like, oh, there's no good way to use shit, what is it called, guys? It's late. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering a lot and not coming up with the words I need to come up with, but collectivism. They're like, we don't like collectivism. There shouldn't be any collectivism. But they're wrong. The most conservative thing you have when it comes to collectivism is your family. It's your family and in your community, and then your state and your outwards and outwards. You need to have that identity, and you need to take care of what's yours and what's around you. The government has to deal with individualism, right? The government has to deal with the law that serves you as an individual, not laws that serve you as a collective. The individuals have to form a collective, and the laws have to protect people individually, but collectively we should all be living that way. We should all be taking care of our family. We should be taking care of our neighborhoods. We should be taking care of our communities. And if we're not, then we're really failing as a society as a whole.
Yeah, because I'll tell you this much is like, I don't even really know a whole lot of people in my quote-unquote community. It's just so loose here that nobody really knows each other.
It is, and I think it's a really big problem. This makes it that much easier for all these what is it called, false dichotomies to spring up, and people always think that you're a racist bigot. I'm like, well, have you spoken to me? Like, I've spoken to the gay couple who lives across the street. I seem to have given them the impression that I'm okay with what they're doing, which is good. Because then the next time someone goes, oh, he's a racist, bigoted piece of shit. They go, wait, but like he comes around and he'll have his beers with us, and like he just talks to us.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck? Does this guy just fly? And it'll be easier for them to accept the fact that I'm a racist, bigoted piece of shit if I literally don't show them that, or at least if I talk to them enough to show them that I'm not that. And then they'll have to take the word of random strangers on the internet, or people who don't know who I am, or over people who do. And that's kind of what I really like. I'm going to go talk to my neighbors. I'm going to go get to know people. I've even considered going to church just to get to know the people in the community. Because that's the only place that people will gather in mass out of a group of a certain area. Like, of a neighborhood. They'll gather at the church. They can gather in the synagogue. They can gather somewhere else. And it's just, I don't know, get to know them at this point. I don't think they're as bad or bigoted or whatever the fucking false notions of religious people have become, because the majority of the false notions of what atheism stands on isn't necessarily every goddamn person who's religious. It's just
yeah. I mean, I noticed. I come from a fairly rural area. Or, well, most of the area that I live in is rural, but so there's a lot of fairly religious people around.
Do you get along with them?
Oh yeah.
Have they ever personally? I don't think they've ever personally attacked you. I don't think they've ever done anything particularly horrible to you.
No, nothing like that.
Well, that's a large portion of what I talk to about people, especially atheists on the internet. Fucking the skeptics and the critics. It's always the same argument. Oh, these religious people are horrible people. They're doing this to children, and they're doing that to children. Well, I'm like, have they actually done any of that to children? Or are you just unhappy about the overall institution of the religion does?
And how many of these people are just resentful that their parents probably sent them to Jesus camp too many times for summer, you know?
It's that. Look, the indoctrination works both ways, right? It's not like only religious people indoctrinate their young. The liberals are indoctrinating their young.
Yeah.
The same documentaries that we're watching on from what's his fucking fat face?
Michael Moore.
Yeah, Michael Moore. The same documentaries
Yeah.
that Michael Moore's producing. Who's paying for that? The same kids are watching it. I've watched those. I've always wondered how much truth there is in that. I've seen Fahrenheit 451. No, Fahrenheit 9/11. What the fuck was that movie called? The one where he goes on about how Canada is this beautiful, unique place where you can have all the guns you want. Or no, wait, it was Canada is safe. I think it was Canada is really safe, and we leave our doors unlocked, and there's no problem. I'm like, okay, you can say that, but our gun laws are in some places more lax, and in some places stricter. We have no law. Huh?
I would agree with that like in some ways they're a bit more lax, like in terms of where your importation laws aren't as bad as ours, as an example. Because you guys can get like Chinese guns still, we can't, because Norinco was selling explosives to gangbangers in California, so ATF banned any further importation of Chinese guns.
Yeah, but like I said, we have no long gun registration. We can still have handguns as we please for the most part. We can't have fully automatic weapons, but we can have semi-automatic assault rifles if we want. Hasn't really been much of an issue, and our crime rate is actually lower. The problem is the things that are the hardest to get, like handguns in major cities, are the things that we have the biggest problem with. Actually, I was looking into this when I was doing my latest gun video, and it's strange that the majority of the children that are getting hurt by guns are actually children who accidentally shoot themselves with the guns.
Yeah, and that's... and I have to wonder how much of that is just parents not teaching their kids how to handle guns.
Oh, it's parents not teaching their kids how to handle guns. It's also... Oh, God.
Part of it is also, like, people view guns as, like, in some places as this forbidden thing you shouldn't show kids or teach them about, you know? Or at least that's the general impression I get.
Yeah, so they don't teach them. And, when kids accidentally injure themselves using their parents' guns, that's fine. But most of those aren't even deaths, they're just injuries. The majority of gun violent deaths are actually... What do you call them?
Are gang related.
They're actually not gang related. They're inner city gun problems where people mostly use guns against their family, not by accident but on purpose. And most of those guns, not legal. those are not the legal guns the kids use. Actually, that was the story. The story was that for the majority of... Why is he shooting me? Anyway, for the majority of it is that kids are the ones that are getting hurt with guns. But it's kids hurting themselves with guns. But the lesser crimes, or like the smaller amount of people getting hurt by guns, is actually inner city crime, where guns are being used by adults against their children. So like that's still it's fucked. It's fucked. I prefer that we go back to the time where we actually taught people how to use, clean, and do whatever guns. Like the amount of people that shoot themselves in the face with guns while like cleaning them, it is absolutely retarded. It's ridiculous. By the way, did you see that other video circulating on Facebook recently?
No, I don't really pay much attention to Facebook.
I posted it in the other server in shit I stepped in. Don't go in there unless you're expecting to see some fucked up shit. But it's a black girl playing with a gun in the driver's seat of the car while another guy's sitting in the back, and these two guys are just laughing about her playing with the gun. The girl's like in her teens, and he's one of the guys is getting like concerned about her playing with the gun. She's like, "Don't worry, there ain't no clip in it." And all of a sudden, she fires the gun and blows his fucking head open. His blood squirts everywhere. They both freak out and run away.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But it was another one of those recent Facebook live streams. where people playing with guns and fucking things going off.
Oh, Tracy's all right when
And this is why they're gonna take away my ability to live stream very soon.
to be done around here. Just ask her.
For those of you who have been paying attention, Europe is trying to initialize a live streaming license that costs $35,000 a year for any individual. So when I keep telling people that we need to team up and create networks of YouTubers, Twitchers, and whoever the hell else that want to participate together, we're literally going to have to do it in the next couple of years when you're going to have to pay $35,000 for a subscription just to stream. It's a government license. Who's
Jesus.
shooting who?
What? This is in Europe?
Yeah, Europe is starting.
Oh,
What
Jesus.
is happening?
Watch your step, big man.
What? Sorry guys. The game glitched to a certain degree, and the two characters are kind of shooting each other.
Yeah, I see that.
Not sure why. Earlier they were shooting me, but did I lose my? I think I lost my sniper rifle. Oh, it doesn't have a rifle. Sorry, it doesn't have a scope on it anymore. Bullshit. I took his gun away. Okay. Psst. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. Europe is doing some weird shit where humor is becoming illegal, and they're literally preventing people from being able to make content to a certain degree.
Yeah. Why is this? What is this European Union regulation?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
what's it called? Let's just say that Canada's been trying to play around with things like this as well. If you heard, we've been having issues with YouTube, and we've been what am I stuck in here for? They've been having issues with Netflix, YouTube, and soon Amazon. They're considering them as companies that are broadcasting using Canadian airwaves and Canadian pre-established networks, and therefore they have to pay a tax of 10% or a certain tax to exist or produce a certain amount of content as per Canadian regulation. It all depends on how you want to do this, but yeah, it's an issue. It's an issue for sure. Now Netflix is forced to produce either 10% of their content has to be Canadian in Canada, or pay a nice hefty fee continuously.
Wow.
They're going to be doing the same thing with YouTube fairly soon, and YouTube has to promote Canadian YouTubers in Canada for the Canadian YouTube bullshit.
Yeah.
Or also pay a fee. And it's like that. Next, they're going to be like, oh, but by the way, all the people who broadcast in Canada have to pay a broadcaster's fee, which you guys don't pay. So start paying a broadcaster's fee, and it's just going to go on and on and on until the YouTube and other people are going to be like, well, how about we don't? How about we let the regular people that use YouTube pay for their ability to live stream, because that's what's considered broadcasting. And then they're literally going to come to us and say, if you want a live streaming license, you have to pay us the $35,000 to $60,000 to do that. Because right now, if I go and I try and get a live streaming thing set up for my website, it's going to cost me somewhere pretty close to 35 grand. I think they start at 15 grand for a basic service. What am I doing in here?
Wow. Hopefully, shit like that doesn't come to the U.S.
Well, okay. This is why it will, because YouTube and Twitch and not Twitch, YouTube and Twitter and all the other socialist media companies are sitting around and they're trying to abide by every law according to the other countries, right? Because when you want to live stream on YouTube, you're live streaming into other countries as well. You're broadcasting into everyone who has access to it, including China. Which, no, which is why they might have to force everyone to do it as well. If you're pretty much on YouTube, Twitch, or whatever else, you're probably gonna have to play along and join these networks. Probably join larger networks, or just be forced into obscurity. And all that crap. It's why it's why Count Dankula is going to go through all of his problems these days, is because they're literally gearing up to shut down and create the military state. Like, you're not allowed to make it's not in Europe you're not allowed to make Nazi references, right? It's in Germany, not in Scotland or Ireland. Or where the fuck is he from? Scotland or Ireland?
Scotland.
Right. So they're kind of enacting German law onto Scotland to make sure that you can't broadcast or produce or show things that are illegal in Germany. This is the New World Order. This is the thing that conspiracy theorists have been talking to you guys about. This is the way the New World Order works. This is globalization. This is enacting German law in Ireland, in a completely unsovereign location, to promote oneness with a system you never agreed to. And it might happen in America too. Because why do you see liberals yelling in the streets to take away your freedom of speech? Because the freedom of speech is the only thing you guys have left protecting you from such prosecution. The moment you get rid of freedom of speech, anything you've ever said on the internet is now up for grabs for any other individual in the world to be like, this offends me. And this offends me because it's illegal in my country. And it's illegal in my country for these reasons. Pay us a fee. What are these people?
Hey, sorry about before. Wasn't cool.
Wait, wasn't she the one that got shot in the head?
I do tough really good, but the rest.
What? I swear to God, he just shot you in the head.
So.
No, I'm serious. This is the girl he was fighting with inside the building I was just in. There he is over there. There she is.
I hope Earl's right about it.
That's bullshit.
We've always been figure out how to crush Eden's gate. You ask me, it starts with faith. At least that's what she's calling herself these days. You seen that giant statue on the hill? Of course you have. You can't miss it. Good old Joseph Seed. The father.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm not surprised people are bursting into the YouTube offices and shooting up the place because they took down their channel. It's literally her livelihood. It's not like the rest of us aren't feeling it. And maybe, hopefully, something new will spring up, something more interesting. The question is what and where.
Yeah, well, the difficult thing is like YouTube isn't making Google any money, you know.
Yes, it isn't.
And you know, for a site like YouTube, it's expensive to get those kinds of resources to be able to, you know, do the video hosting.
Yes, but it's also one of the world's second largest search engine next to Google. So that's kind of scary when Google and YouTube are the things that are the gatekeepers to all the information on pretty much on the internet. Those two. And all the other ones that are following and building communities are the ones that are not. I don't know. I'm trying to be as inclusive as I can with my content, and I'm trying to express a lot of the stuff I can. But I also don't necessarily understand why. I guess I do understand why they would suppress my content. It's not necessarily progressive. I don't know what to call it. Is it progressive? Because I get my content might not be progressive because I might not want to progress. And as I said the other day, the progressives have pushed themselves so far forward that they're now pushing back. They're pushing back in on themselves. They don't even know what they stand for anymore. They used to be against the New World Order and corporatism, and it was corporatism back then. They were against letting corporations run the world. Now they're literally advocating for corporations to run the world. Like, you're not even being progressive at this point. You're literally advocating for the thing you hated. We hated the entire idea was that you hated the New World Order because the New World Order would just be a new control scheme for the elites to completely take over everything you know and everything you believe.
Yeah, this is another thing that like people need to get into their fucking mind is that the government isn't necessarily the biggest threat to your freedoms anymore. Kind of like what Tucker Carlson said a while ago. It's the fucking corporations.
Yeah, well, look. For how many fucking years have the left has been going on about how we should get rid of lobbying? How lobbying is so bad? How lobbying is continuously bad? I want to continuously point out that most leftists don't even know what lobbyism is. They think that lobbyism is corporations lobbying governments, and then they get fucking frazzled by the fact that the NRA isn't a corporate lobby system. It is literally an independent person system. It is a system designed around people paying into a network or a group collectivism to maintain a right to maintain
to maintain or to
constitutional rights, to literally keep
Yeah.
one of their constitutional rights, and that's ridiculous. We might want to get rid of lobbyism, but shit, apparently you need it just to keep the shit you want.
There needs to. The thing is that there needs to be caps on how much people can donate to political candidates, and there should be a set limit to how much they should be able to spend.
I wish I could go along the lines of actually suggesting that there's a. See, I haven't gotten to as far as to literally decide of how much money can be spent on what campaign. That's not what I'm looking at. Like, I am 100% convinced that Justin Trudeau was a paid and bought for politician, presented to us, to the Canadian people, as a certain savior, as a feminist, as everything they want to be, while simultaneously being paid off by other groups to import as many Muslims into the country as possible. In fact,
Yeah.
he's gone so far as to literally invite ISIS fighters back into Canada and offer them homes and shelter. He said, I will give you citizenships and I will give you your own house. You will come back to a house. You're a traitor to everything the Western society stands for, but I will give you your own property to live in America. And in Canada. And the only one thing we know about the situation from, remember 9/11? Remember that still happened.
Yeah.
That was a slogan. Remember 9/11.
Yeah.
Most of those terrorists, where'd they come from? They came from Canada. They said a lot of them just crossed the goddamn border. Because it's an unprotected border, completely. Nobody fucking watches it. If Justin Trudeau is literally inviting America's known personal enemies into the country next door, I think there's a problem there.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Like I said, we have vets starving and dying in the goddamn streets, literally freezing to death every winter. And Justin Trudeau is giving away housing to known terrorists? To people who literally shot and killed our vets?
Yeah. It hasn't quite gotten that bad here, but give that a bit of time.
Well, look, Trump promised to get rid of lobbyism, and he kind of showed that he's not down for this massive migration of migrants into America. Which is for the most part fine. But I do believe that it's lobbyists that showed up to Justin Trudeau and went, hey, we will give you money. Import as many refugees as possible. Is the game to fucking freeze again? Fucking great.
Yeah, because like a lot of these people, it's just like you don't have to pay them as much, you know? And I think
sorry, the game crashed. Let me restart it.
I forget where I read it, but like somewhere I heard that like in Europe, since the migrant crisis started, the wages have actually been going down.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and it's just like that's not by accident.
No, again, that's another form of corporations literally importing cheaper labor from other places in the guise of trying to help other people, and literally making it worse for all the people in society that are poor and need help.
Yeah.
And I wish more people watched it. I covered all of this in one video. It's called Failed State. And I explained, or at least did my best to explain how literally your own government is not only gouging every penny from you, but is also exporting. Not exporting. Outsourcing labor from your own country from other people that are willing to do it for cheaper. This is fundamentally at its core everything the left hated, and now they stand for it and cry for it in the streets.
Yeah.
And like I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. I don't know who to turn to. I have a podcast. I have YouTube channels. I produce videos. I try not to talk about the stuff on my gaming streams, but clearly this is going to happen. Like fuck it. Clearly no one's paying attention to me, and that's kind of bad. Not necessarily not paying attention to me, but that's bad for me.
Yeah.
People are clearly being paid attention to, though, because I'm not the only one saying these things. Maybe I'm just a little salty. Just a wee bit.
Yeah, because like most of the really big like YouTubers are talking about being liberalists and stupid shit like that.
Oh my god. I really do want to go out of my way to just put out like 5 or 6 videos shitting on Sargon and all the major YouTubers. I'm really unhappy with what they're doing.
The thing that I absolutely was like Andy Worski buying the fucking liberalist. He trademarked liberalist.
Yeah, he did.
He bought the trademark for it.
He did it to just to spite Sargon. And that's
to spite Sargon. Yeah.
That's the worst. Also, I'm not that upset about it. I never liked the liberalist movement. I don't like the fact that Sargon exhibits so many leftist qualities. I don't like the fact that Sargon promotes his entire movement and his entire, so to speak, positive identity on the back of another title that has the word liberal in it. There's no need for it. There's no. I don't like the fact that Chris Ray Gunn continuously identifies himself as a liberal, tells everyone to relax on the liberals, makes fun of the dumbest stuff of liberals, rarely addresses the real core issues of it all, has the most views out of everybody else, then got together with one of the biggest, most hated YouTubers, liberal YouTubers on YouTube, started dating or having sex with her, and then told the entire community to just relax because she's cool. Now nobody even knows what the hell Lacey Green is doing. No one's even paying attention to her. She might be spewing the same garbage leftist crap she was spewing before she started dating Chris Ray Gunn, but Chris Ray Gunn literally told everyone to chill and relax and stop hating on her. He brought her into the community, and that's it.
Yeah, he's only saying that because he's just pussy whipped.
Sure, but they're both liberals. They both admitted to being liberals. Yeah. Why are they even on the conservative side of the speakers at this point? Or is it because they were skeptics? What the fuck? Like, where's this movement going?
I don't fucking know.
How's Chris Ray Gunn one of the biggest speakers, biggest attractors to the right, when literally he's a self-identified liberal who's dating one of the biggest liberal speakers out there? How's Sargon, a self-admitted leftist who can barely argue himself out of a goddamn paper bag and continuously loses argument? Like, I think he purposefully loses arguments to all the worst people. How do you lose an argument to Christy Winters? I accidentally tweeted at Christy Winters a couple of times, and I gained a bunch of followers on YouTube because I fucking put her in her place. She has zero arguments. Zero ability to even remotely fucking do anything. How the hell did Sargon, the fucking godfather himself, lose all of his arguments in debates to Christy Winters? And he mostly sucks at arguing completely, all the way across. Yeah. That's not somebody I want to follow into an ideology. That's not someone I want to fucking associate with my movement. And he even stopped talking about Gamergate. This whole thing was about Gamergate and games journalism in the beginning. What happened to that? Is Gamergate over? Guys, is Gamergate over? Are we not being pushed? No, it's not over. Because the same liberal garbage is being pushed into video games all the time, continuously. That hasn't changed. But fuck it, Sargon's gonna start 3 or 4 different channels. That's the other thing I'm really pissed off about. I did the math for his channel, how much he makes, and he makes well over like $6 grand a month off of his YouTube channel and all of his other YouTube channels and his live streams and his Patreon. Well over $6 grand a month. I'm sorry, if I start making $3 grand a month off fucking YouTube, I'm incorporating a brand new team. And again, I've been talking about wanting to start a network for a while. That's just gonna have to happen. I'm gonna start a network and promote other people, encourage other people to fall into. I'm already trying to get a positive identity going.
Oh.
Huh? What's that? Hello? Uh-oh, did I lose him? Excuse me. Oh, is Discord crapping out again?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Yeah, Discord's definitely crapping out again.
But yeah, Sargon is just not a very good. Or he's not.
Hmm?
What
Wait.
he is.
Hold on. It's really crapping out. Try it again. Sargon is not really
Yeah. He's a bit out there.
Well, I don't want him to be the forefront of my movement. He's been pointed to, he's been laughed at, he's been debated into nothing. Hello? God, Discord is really being shit. Hello? Can you hear me? I'm gonna restart Discord, guys. Sorry about this.
Discord is crapping out again.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna restart it just to make sure. And restart. I wish there was a way to minimize it. Sorry, only you guys can hear me. But this is why I need a new processor, guys. This is why I need a new processor. Where am I even going? There it is. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, I can hear you now as well.
Okay.
So, let's try that again. You were saying Sargon is a...
He's not very, like you said, he's not very good at arguing with people, and or at least not live.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems to just be falling completely flat on his face trying to organize this political movement that he's trying to get going.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I guess it has a lot to do with just the way that he's branding his movement.
Well, my problem is it's not his movement. He kind of said, I'm going to leave it up to everyone else to decide what it's going to be. Which is something I have a major problem with. Because since when do you let your enemy dictate who you are? I'm not saying everyone is going to be an enemy, but we already have a problem with the left literally dictating who is alt-right and who is not alt-right. Right?
Yeah.
Now, why the fuck is he literally leaving it up to random strangers on the internet to determine what his entire movement is, where it's going to lead, and what it stands for? That's why somebody came up and bought it up instantly, because someone could literally buy it at that point. It stands for nothing.
Yeah.
And that's my problem. Sargon literally almost, at this point, it seems like he stood for nothing. He started an idea, he let someone destroy it, and now the idea is gone. And in the hands of somebody else who cares even less about it than Sargon did. Someone literally destroyed a good idea that Sargon came up with for fun. And that's the problem with Sargon.
He turned into advocating for a fucking Trapno state. Or the Trapno state.
Yeah. So basically, what are they called? Paul pretty much took over.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I know Metokur's been having a field day with it on the Kumite and Borski Live.
I've been meaning to actually check out what that shit's all about, but
I mean, Metokur's really the only reason why I'm even paying attention. Is a large part of why I even started paying attention to Warski.
oh, I guess I can't do that. I don't know. I'll be honest with you guys. I've never seen an episode of the Kumite. I have no idea what that's all about.
I've never watched a full episode of it either.
Okay.
I only really watch clips that has Metokur in it.
Well, Mr. Metokur is the coolest kid left on the internet, or the only cool kid left on the internet. What's his tagline?
The last cool kid on there, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. So he got what he wanted. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, the last cool kid on the internet.
And he's fine where he is. I guess eventually someone will come up with something for everyone to associate with, attach to.
Yeah.
But I don't think the conservative movement is for the majority of the people that think they're conservative.
Especially in the U.S., especially here. I don't know what it's like in Canada, but
You got the look of a hunter in your eye.
because
That's good.
I mean, I've said this to you before, but I'm fucking furious with the Republican Party.
Well, Republican does not necessarily mean conservative. This is the problem. I spent the first 6 months of my gaming channel debating on whether labels mean anything, and I've won every single debate. That's the problem with these labels that we give each other for whatever reason. As much as I understand the necessity of calling people conservatives, Democrats, leftists, rightists, Marxists, whatever the fuck else, I can use the term conservative generally, and people will get what I mean. But to say Republican already sparks a notion in people's heads of the kind of people that most people don't want to associate with. Just like you can technically be a conservative leftist to a certain degree. You can believe in left ideologies, but also sparingly, and still want to conserve what you have. You still want to better future for people around you.
I mean, the thing is like there's just so many different groups inside of the Republican Party that unity is like actually really difficult. At least like how it is on the left. But I think a similar fracture is going to occur for the Democratic Party.
Yes.
Because just look at, the whole thing between Clinton and Sanders,
Yes. That was a major issue, but I'm kind of happy that happened to a certain degree.
Yeah.
That was a major problem in my eyes. And I don't think you want communists running America.
Oh, fuck no.
And
fuck no. Because that's for the left wing, that's really the only people I see taking they're the only ones who I see actually getting anywhere within the Democratic Party. But the whole problem here is like, in Canada, you guys have like a bunch of different parties, right?
Yes, too many, in fact.
Yeah. Well, here it's kind of I'm sure you know, but it's just like to get your political movement anywhere, you kind of have to hijack one of the two political parties,
Yes, but it's kind of like that in Canada as well. There's only so many parties that mean a damn, and we kind of have three, but it's more like we have 2 and 1. Whichever one the other one does, whichever the third one decides to side with is the one that's going to win.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the you guys have something very similar when you have the third man in the race, and he's normally just there to take away voters from one or the other.
Yeah.
It's like that. They present three dichotomies, 3 people who are going to be running. They're all they're all running in the same social circles. They're all hanging out in the same place, and then once in a while, when you know this one person's going to win, they bring in the third party to just break it all up and be like, okay, so we're gonna try and make, I don't know, give you guys a slight alternative. I'm not sure if it's even an alternative at this point.
I mean, the thing is with like the Libertarian Party as an example, they couldn't have picked a dumber motherfucker to run in 2016.
Who are you talking?
Yeah, Gary Johnson.
Oh.
Like, someone asked him about, like, Aleppo in Syria, and he's like, where's that? And it's just like, yeah,
That was a problem. That was definitely a problem. I heard a lot of people really like Gary Johnson. I heard a lot of people like
I
him.
I would have liked John McAfee better.
I heard that those guys were also pretty good. A lot of people liked a lot of other candidates. The problem was that we have to deal with one major issue that we all kind of have to acknowledge at this point, and that's outrage culture. No, but not only outrage culture, sensationalism as well. Because at this point, Trump came in and sensationalized the whole fucking thing, turned it into a giant show, because that's what he knows how to do. And by turning it all into a giant goddamn show,
yeah,
who's going to be able to run against him?
Exactly. You can't fling mud at him because he's a walking pile of mud already, you know?
Yes. Oh, that damaged the skin? Who knew throwing dynamite at a buffalo would damage its skin? But this is the problem that we're facing with YouTube, with Twitter, with all of this stuff. Again, I have to actually direct you back to the Left of Left. Did you, by chance, catch any of my Left of Left videos? They came out over a year ago. I was talking about outrage culture and how outrage culture is spinning out of control, which still left me surprised that Trump won, but also not that surprised because that kind of makes sense.
Well, back before the election started, right before the election happened, I had a feel. Well, I felt it could go either way.
Yeah, me too. But again, Trump being not part of the elite, and it's still exemplifying the notion of America that anybody can become president. That's pretty good. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, fuck. Okay, so sniper rifles still don't work. I need one of those anti-tank rifles, apparently, to take out those fucking kingy people.
I think part of Trump's problem is that a lot of people saw him as being inarticulate. I think that was part of the problem with him. And people think that he's stupid, and he's not, you know?
I don't think he's stupid for a second. I think he plays into his audience. He's been on TV for the past 30, 40 years. How long has he been on TV?
A long fucking time.
Yeah, like, for fuck's sake, you think he's an inarticulate retard the entire time he's on television? He knows how to play into his audience. Yeah.
Oh, like, just look at how he's been playing, like, the Congress lately. He basically just got his fucking wall.
Oh, speaking of the wall, what the fuck is happening with that caravan? Why am I here?
Trump threatened to just completely tear apart NAFTA if the Mexicans didn't fucking play ball. And so the Mexican government went and disbanded they went and dispersed it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was the best thing he could have done.
Yeah.
I was afraid that he's gonna fucking airstrike these assholes.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's also talking about putting the army on the fucking border, too.
They did. They marched. They marched to the border.
Good. I mean, it kind of worked for the Hungarians back during the migrant crisis. They built a giant fucking fence and put their army on the border. And that was enough to dissuade people, because you're not gonna fuck with armed guards, you know.
Well, look, you hope not, but in today's climate, I don't think anyone wants to see American soldiers firing on South American refugees on live television. That would absolutely
Yeah.
solidify the Trump is Hitler argument at this point. And nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
Because I sure still don't.
Yeah. The only time I'd want to see American troops shooting at them is if they're shooting at them, or if a mob is trying to rush a barricade.
Yes.
And poses a danger to them. That's just like, yeah, well, what are you gonna do about it? Because the thing that people need to consider about putting troops on the streets is they're trained to fucking kill. You know.
Are these turkeys attacking me? What the fuck?
Wait, what?
The turkeys have an attack animation, an attack AI. When I killed one of the other turkeys, another turkey ran up to me and attacked me.
What?
God damn.
How many times did you shoot that fucking turkey?
Too many.
Yeah, with a 1911, that motherfucker should be like
Dust?
that. There wouldn't be much left to eat, or well, you'd probably blow away most of the fucking meat if you were shooting it that many times.
Yes. Okay, so I learned to deal with the king enemies. I'm going to be throwing dynamite at them at this point. And by throwing dynamite, I blow them up before they have a chance to kill me. Speaking of...
Oh wow, that's kind of cool. The gasoline.
That's actually not gasoline. That's just brush burning. When you create a lot of explosions, I guess it burns an area out of the way.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh no! No! Fuck! Fuck! What just exploded? Fucking turkeys! Guys, who knew turkeys can attack you? Anyway, so I'm glad that was resolved relatively peacefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no!
But
No!
the truth is that we need a wall, you know. And what Trump is probably gonna end up doing is.
Hold on. I would have to slightly disagree with you. The wall should probably be maybe second or third thing on the line. The first thing you should do is start enforcing your border. And I mean,
Yeah.
if people legally cross the border and do whatever, send them fucking back. Send them back,
Yeah.
kick them out, throw them into the ocean. Fucking Australia just shot at them.
Yeah. We also need to close the loopholes in our immigration system.
Yes, amongst many other things. But like the wall is fine. I like the wall idea. It's a good idea, as Trump would say. But people can get over the wall and just stay in the country afterwards, that the wall isn't doing as much as I would like it to. And I understand that the laws are already there, but they have to start being enforced. And the first way to enforce these laws is by literally getting rid of these sanctuary cities. And you just can't have these sanctuary cities. This is not the way America works. Not what America was founded on. Not the American spirit. You don't just waltz into a place.
Especially, like, it's also if you're stopping federal authorities from enforcing federal regulations, it's just like, no. If you impede us, we're gonna stop giving federal money to your city.
Oh. Yes.
City or state, you know.
Well, like a lot of California, it's California that's doing it, not just a city. And at that point, there's something that needs to be taken a look at there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And like not too long ago, there's that one I forget what position she held in California, but she actively impeded federal authorities. Like, she tipped off illegals that the feds were coming.
Hold on.
Like,
someone's telling us to militarize the borders. Not to militarize them. I just want to enforce the laws that exist within the country. Don't you want to enforce the laws that exist within your country? Or do you want a country with no laws? And that technically would make you an anarchist. At which point, I don't really give a shit about your opinion. Because if you literally don't believe in laws, what do you believe in?
Yeah, I mean... Oh, why is this guy in a YouTube chat?
Oh yeah, he's on the YouTube chat.
Ah.
I'm just saying. I don't know if people are being facetious either. They could just be talking shit. There he goes. Chaff Oakland Mayor? I know he's talking about. I'm pretty sure he's really far behind.
Yeah, because there's quite a bit of a delay on the streams.
YouTube? Last time I checked, it was about 5 minutes delayed. So.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. But Shaif, yeah, the Oakland Mayor.
Oh, there it is, Shaif.
I thought it was California, but I'm probably wrong on that. Yeah. She warned immigrants about an ICE raid.
Yeah, part of California just elected somebody who's pretty much an illegal immigrant into office, into one of the cities. I don't know what the fuck that's all about.
Yeah, that's just fucking insane.
Well, again, why hasn't ICE just shown up and taken her home, or just
yeah?
Uh-oh.
Well, part of the problem is like, they catch a lot of these people and then they have to release them on basically bail, and then it's just like, here's your court date, and of course they never show for the court date.
Yeah, that's also a major issue, isn't it? If people aren't willing to follow the laws of your country to enter, what makes you think they'll follow the rest of the laws in your country?
Yeah, and there's no way of tracking these people.
Well, time to start doing what Alex Jones has always warned us about. Sticking chips in people's heads so we can track them wherever they go on the planet.
Well, I don't know. Personally, I think that one way to do is, you know, the ankle bracelets that they put on people who are on probation.
Prisoners, yes.
Put a tracker on them and then also fingerprint them and do all that and say, if we find you without this on, you know, and make it a felony and put a bunch of really harsh penalties on it.
Why not just in the explosives? Just plant explosives into the base of their spine, and if the tracker ever goes offline or if it feels like it's being removed from the body, it just explodes. I'm sure a lot less people will want to come to America at that point.
Yeah. But the ideal solution would be basically just hold them in
enforcing
fucking
immigration
jail.
laws. Yeah,
Yeah.
just enforce the goddamn immigration laws. That's all you can ask from a country you're paying taxes to.
Yeah. And I mean, the immigration system here is a pain in the ass because, you know, I know that my mom is actually British, so that was a bit of a pain in the ass.
Okay,
But I wasn't born yet when they went through the immigration system, and because when my dad brought her into the country, he was in the military, so I think it's a bit easier then because of his military status.
Oh, okay. Well, look. Everything has a balance, and I'm sure most countries don't want useless individuals in them.
Oh yeah.
And what's the point of having useless individuals? They're just going to be on welfare.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's another weird thing is when my dad brought my mom into the country, he basically had to sign an affidavit saying that she would not be a financial burden on the taxpayer.
Oh, that was a major thing. Even when my parents immigrated, it was called the fuck do you call it? The sponsorship program. You let people immigrate by literally sponsoring their existence in that country. And you said, I will be their financial backer until they are able to be completely self-reliant within this country. And also, it's like everything ran okay for a while until, of course, you know who got rid of that, right?
Probably Clinton.
Something like that. Yeah, I mean, I know it was a Democrat. I don't know which Democrat. What is this? Oh, this is a gun table. Let's check out the gun table.
Your parents immigrated from Russia, right?
My parents immigrated. My parents left and fled the Soviet Union to move, and they went the only place they would be allowed to go when leaving the Soviet Union, to Israel, because all socialists hate Jews, and so they said, Jews, get out, please get out. So they yeah. Oh, you didn't know?
No.
No, we talk about this a lot. There's something about socialists and hating Jews. Hitler, Stalin. Just all of them.
Yeah, I know that Stalin wasn't particularly fond of Jews.
No. No.
Especially in his later years. Like, there was some pretty nasty purges going against Jews in the Soviet Union.
Yes.
Although it was also kind of a prevailing theme through the Russian Empire too, with all the pogroms and shit.
Yes, and just say that they let us leave, and then my dad lived in Israel and scrounged up enough money to come to Canada, which was pretty much as soon as the Soviet Union collapsed, he was like, "Yes, let's get the fuck out of here," and we came to Canada. I don't know why he waited till the Soviet Union collapsed, but I think it was like after the months the Soviet Union collapsed. He was like, "Okay, we're out. Let's go to North America." I don't know who was taking refugees back then. I know Canada was taking Soviet refugees. That's why Yuri Bezmenov showed up from.
Yeah.
He was all like, "Yo, guys, I'm fleeing the Soviet Union," and then we saw how that went.
Yeah, I mean, it was his story about how he escaped was actually pretty crazy.
I know. I want to do more. I want to do more videos on Yuri Bezmenov. Talk about him and his misadventures with the Soviet government a little bit more. I don't think he gets enough respect or understanding. It's too bad. It's just too bad.
You don't hear a whole lot about like the Soviet Union, or at least, yeah. You don't hear much about like all that anymore.
No, of course not. We don't really need to hear much about it because it's pretty much done for the most part. But then
Yeah.
now people just pretend like the Soviet Union was Russia, and Russia was the Soviet Union. You're like, no, the Soviet Union collapsed. Literally all the KGB and FBI and KGB agents are pretty much gone now.
Yeah.
Or at least doing something different. They would be still working towards the same goal. That's kind of counterproductive, holding such a long grudge. But I feel like America's kind of holding a long grudge. Some other people are holding a long grudge.
The thing is that it's the military-industrial complex needs to have an enemy to fight.
Yes, they do, and I fully understand that. Oh, that's one of my
And
guys
historically, Russia's always done its own thing.
Historically, yes, but now there's some weird shit going on. You know how like America was like, oh fuck Russia, back when Russia was had a bunch of socialists and communists running around in it, and now the Russia's fundamentally rejecting all the ideals of communism. They're like, no, fuck Russia.
Yeah, basically the entire fucking former Eastern Bloc is like that.
Yeah,
or most of it.
People look. There's a lot of new people. There's a lot of young teenagers in Russia right now that are asking to bring back socialism, and the older generation is kind of baffled by it. They don't understand why these young teenagers, young people are now yelling for socialism to return, and they're like, I can't ask you if you've forgotten. I know you weren't born back then. But, like, I lived it, and like, I personally know people that starved to death. What are you talking about? And they're like, gay rights. And you're like, that's not what socialism was about.
Yeah, Jesus.
Okay.
Like, are a lot of young people like that over there?
There are parades and marches of socialists, and more Soviets, more and more. Oh, fuck.
Well, I hope those people don't take power.
Well, they're just young kids at the moment. Or at least teenagers for the most part. So they do what they do in their normal protests and a need for rebellion. But I think even that need for rebellion is like an idea sold to us by what do you call it? Marketing corporations.
Yeah.
The idea of rebellion is really romantic. We even have that one stupid song right now. I love the fucking band, but that song. The I'm a rebel without a cause.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that song called? I forgot. Do you know what song I'm talking about?
I think so.
Yeah, it's
Kid Rock?
No. It's a brand new song. The lines are like oh shit. Okay, I'm going to tab out to fucking do this, guys. All right.
I'm too tired to remember myself.
Look, it's not Leo, it's Boris, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be killing this person or am I supposed to be just hanging out here. But I'm gonna crouch here for a second. Excuse me, I'm gonna look for this stupid song. And everything's so slow. I don't even know where my phone is. That's my problem. I could have looked it up on my phone without tabbing out.
Out of curiosity, I don't know if you'd want to talk about this online, but what part of Russia are you from?
I'm originally from the capital of Siberia. It's Novosibirsk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of that city.
I don't know how. Not many people have. But yes. It's relatively small, but surprisingly, I've met quite a few people from there. They even started their own small community of people from there. They're like, we're the people from this city, and apparently there's just like a fuck ton of them in Canada. They got out.
Yeah, one of my friends, who's a Mormon, he actually went on, he did missionary stuff in Russia. which I'm not even sure if what he was doing was entirely legal. Because
most of what you do, like, okay, the Soviet Union absolutely let people in. This shit that Yuri Bezmenov was talking about. They absolutely let people in.
But they were
watched. They were brought on tours. They were specifically. What is this fucking song? Is it by Mother Mother? Like, you can go and you can preach for the most part. The problem was that they would always have people following you and making sure that nothing happens to you.
Yeah, I mean, like, I never got the chance to ask him. He's all the way on Utah now, but he said he had a couple really scary encounters with the authorities.
Wait, Mother Mother is a fucking Canadian band? Oh shit. Sorry, I didn't know that. Can you please repeat? I was just informed that apparently Mother Mother is the Canada's second most hated band, followed by only beaten by Nickelback. which is shocking to me. Because I really like these guys. And I did not know they're Canadian. Okay, well, I guess I'm not gonna figure out what the song is. I can't play it on the air. Oh well, guys. I guess you're just gonna have to just continue listening to us talk. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. The whole point is the point of the song is that the spirit, the rebellion spirit of 1967 is gone, but the person still feels it. But I still feel it. So they'll just rebel just because. It's literally the point of what's happening in today's society. People are just rebelling just because they can. They don't even know what they stand for anymore. And I might be completely wrong about they don't even know what they stand for anymore, because I don't think anybody knew what they stand for. That's why the movie Rebel Without a Cause is from like what, the 50s, 40s. With what's his face? John Wayne or whatever. A lot of people have always thought that the rebels, the punks, the gangsters of society, or whatever the fuck they were, never quite knew what they were rebelling against, because they always talk about how they're rebelling against stuff. I had a rebellious streak, and I talked to a lot of people about what I was rebelling about, and a lot of it was just maybe too much absorption of pop culture, I guess.
Yeah.
It seems like I hated this James Dean. Thank you. What's your name? Caressa? Yeah, James Dean. I feel like I never thought I wanted to be, and I never felt like I was, but I think I was a little too affected by the media I was absorbing. A lot of the media you're absorbing is leftist media, and you don't even know it's leftist media for the most part. Like, how rebellious is it to just want to sit around and deconstruct every aspect of society? And how many people do like to sit around and deconstruct every aspect of society? How many people like to sit around and just critique? How many times have I talked about this already? We literally live in a society where everyone goes to goddamn school, and the only thing you're taught is what the fuck did they call it? Critical thinking. We're gonna be teaching you critical thinking. And then you try and figure out what the fuck critical thinking means, and we're just gonna be deconstructionists. We're just gonna sit around and deconstruct what things are. We're gonna think about thinking. We're gonna think about how these people think and see if we can think up new ways to think about thinking. And then they just take a simple concept like, what is freedom? And they break down the concept of freedom until the concept of freedom means nothing. Why do you think there's so many critics on YouTube? Why do you think we live in an entire society surrounded by critics? The last 60 years have taught us one thing. It's only ever taught... The last 60 years since the Soviet Union collapsed, the only thing that the Soviet ex-KGB spies have been doing is sitting around in universities and teaching kids critical thinking. That's all we fucking know, and it's constant criticizing, and critiquing, and deconstructing every aspect of society, including and not concluding with literally male and female gender anatomy. We are now second guessing what it means to be a man or a woman, something as basic as as that. We can't sit down and enjoy a movie. We can't sit down and enjoy our friends. We can't sit down and enjoy music without literally being critics about it. And this actually plays into exactly what Karl Marx always talked about. This was the Marxist ideal. He has always said, we will never be able to create or turn the America, or at least the North Americans, into communists, because the first step to communism is literally making people feel like they're oppressed, like the government's against them. And North America is one of the greatest places to live in the world, which is what what's his name, Bezmenov was talking about. The communists brought in people from the Soviet Union to continuously insist that in North America that they're being oppressed. That we've been seeing it with the first generation of the feminist movement. The second generation of the feminist movement got worse, and with every step, everyone feels more and more oppressed. When you're literally living in the best fucking countries, in the best places, the richest, the most luxurious places in the world, these people are still sitting around and complaining about everything around them.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying these people, not including me. I'm absolutely aware of the fact that I goddamn started a YouTube career for the exact same reason. Because I wanted to fucking hang out and criticize somebody else. Because that's all we know how to do. But at the very least, guys, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one very fucking important thing. I want to come up with solutions. I don't just want to sit there and criticize. That's not what I'm here for. I've literally realized my own mistake at the very least. That's my problem, my fault, my mistake. And I don't want to follow it along. I don't want to sit there and criticize everything every step of the way without ever suggesting anything. I want a solution. I want to create solutions. I want to... What the fuck did I just do? Wait, why am I even here? Sorry, I got to talking and I forgot what I'm doing in this game. I ran all the way over here and it's telling me that I need to open my mouse wheel and open an item. Equip peaches. Treats for weapons. See, there you go. There you go. I gotta select. Lead Peaches back to home with her tree. Where the fuck is her home? Alright, I like this. I hope there's an unlimited amount of treats. This cat also makes weird noises. So, yeah, I may be sitting around playing video games and doing my whole thing, but I do want a better tomorrow. I do want a better future. I do want all of us to come together and maybe come to an understanding about what's actually happening in today's society.
Yeah, I think the root of... Well, what scares me is, like, nobody seems to be coming up with people seem to realize that, like, the breakdown in the family is, like, a large part of the problem, or at least seems to be one of the major symptoms of it, but nobody really seems to think about how we're going to fix that.
Well, okay, well, I've been talking about in my podcast. I've been recently talking about the fact that my first step is going to have to be to literally be the example I want to present to people. I can't sit on YouTube and complain about how everything is garbage and I want a better tomorrow with more family values, more whatever. But when I'm not willing to get like when I'm sitting around at home and fucking doing nothing about it other than begging for money on YouTube. That's trash for the most part, and I'm seeing a lot of that on YouTube. I'm seeing a lot of YouTubers sitting around, not getting jobs, not trying to be productive in any way whatsoever. And they just kind of hang out and wait, and wait for people to hand them everything, pretty much. And that's literally not what I stand for.
Yeah.
fine. I'll work my ass off. I'll work on my career. I'll live with my girlfriend. And me and her are gonna do the best we can. She'll get a goddamn PhD, and I'll get my goddamn electrical license. And in the meantime, if I manage to make something of myself on YouTube or on social media, socialist media, or on Twitch, so be it. I will gladly take it. But again, hopes are minimal to this degree, and if people want to join me and come along, then let them. I can only hope to inspire more people to do what I do.
Did you see the chat? The
No.
motive for the YouTube HQ shooting was demonetization.
Oh, yeah. Actually, John over here told me that it was over a demonetization. It was about it was what is it?
I didn't see anywhere where everyone said that was exactly what it is, but it's just like it's kind of inferring.
Yeah. I look. My gaming channel was making way more fucking money than my regular political channel, where I talk about my politics, have my podcast. I actually put effort into my goddamn videos. I think I only ever made like $12 on that channel, but my gaming just randomly spamming garbage, and my live streams onto whatever. Well, when I'm on my fucking time off, it made me like $30 or $40 when I was beginning. And they demonetized all of my shit, just all of it. But it's okay. I get more money on Patreon than anything else. And people will support me if they like my content. They won't support me if they don't. All my links are in the description below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And God, this is getting pre-recorded. Yeah, I'm getting a little too comfortable just repeating that kind of shit.
Someone took your account has been terminated message, and well, it's on Metokur's Twitter, but it says this account has been terminated because this crazy fucking bitch shot at us. Seriously, fuck vegans, fuck this nutcase. Also, her ab workout videos were pure shit, pure unfiltered shit.
Yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that for $1. Why not? Look. YouTube did not fuck over just the right-wing people. They're fucking over everybody. And as far as I understand, they're what have they been doing recently? They've been making partnerships with CNN and Fox News.
No, that's the Southern Poverty Law Center, which is even worse.
Sure, but like Fox News and CNN are now appearing in my YouTube feeds. I specifically don't watch TV and hang out on YouTube because I don't want to be exposed to CNN and Fox News. I don't want to hear their version of events.
The only person on Fox News even relatively worth listening to is Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, he was pretty good, but like. But still, like, okay, I guess you guys haven't heard my theory. I have a theory, and here's how my theory goes. I have a theory that Fox News is designed to be the controlled opposition for what the conservative perspective should be. I don't think anybody on Fox News actually has what do you call it? A conservative perspective. I don't think they even advocate for conservative values. I think they say retarded shit to make the conservative viewpoint look bad over and over and over again. And there's nothing I can do. And then after realizing something like that, I feel like there is actually no conservative news station out there. I feel like there's actually nobody who's willing to propagate conservative ideas.
The only people that were doing it was the Blaze, and they're kind of, well, I mean, kind of, they are fucking incompetent because it's run by Glenn Beck.
Well, I don't want to touch on Glenn Beck, but like, think about this. I mean, Steven Crowder and Ben Shapiro and all those guys are like literally the only bastions of mainstream news media, and they're not mainstream.
Yeah.
They're the furthest thing away from mainstream. They're considered fringe, crazy people.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like this. Now, who do I blow up? Guys, attack helicopter. Should we go find YouTube headquarters? Anyway, so look, there's so many problems, so many things that need to be taken care of, and I don't want to focus on them. I do want to try and find some solutions for our problems, for whatever the fuck we're trying to solve.
Hell yeah, Sharky here.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping we find some of those solutions. Otherwise, I'm just trying to enjoy my time playing video games, and hanging out with people I like. Because if you don't enjoy some part of your day, you're just gonna fucking kill yourself.
Yeah.
There's just no end. If you submerge yourself into this bullshit oh god, is the game gonna crash again? It's probably gonna crash again. Like I don't know. Sometimes I have trouble watching certain things on television, and certain things on YouTube, and certain things in life, and certain newscasts. Because I literally see the what do you call it, the political leanings, the political perspectives, all the things I don't want to see anymore. It's almost like it's incredibly hard for me to now enjoy things that I used to enjoy to a greater extent. You guys know what I mean? You ever feel that way?
Yeah.
Don't kill innocent civilians.
Well, the guy in the chat was right. I got some news thing on my phone. Hold on, let me pull it up on my PC. The lady who went to YouTube's campus before killing herself maintained a personal website alleging that YouTube compensated her unfairly and censored her views. Be aware, warns website that reportedly belonged to her. Dictatorship exists in all countries, but with different tactics. They only care for personal short-term profits and will do anything to reach their goals.
Huh. She knows, eh? Probably from a Middle Eastern country where real censorship exists.
Yeah, on her Instagram, I think some of it was in Farsi, so by that I would take a guess that she's Iranian.
Yep. Oh, fuck. No, like I said, it could be Farsi. It could be actually I can get Siggy in here. She can tell me what Farsi looks like. Is she online? Can you take a look? I have my chat blocking everything.
Oh shit! Her Instagram page got taken down, so I can't.
No. Isn't it strange how all the social medias come together and start blocking and hiding what the ideology? She's Persian, Iranian? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
She looked very Iranian. I think I mentioned that before the stream started. I know because I'm surrounded by Iranians. Siggy's Iranian. Fucking whole family's Iranian. So every time I go to family events, I'm just surrounded by Iranians everywhere, all the time. Might as well learn to read Farsi, right? Oh, snap! While I was talking, the game just loaded, and my helicopter fell from the sky and blew me up. So I'm going back to my loading screen again. This time, I'll wait for it to load up and then hold the fly key. It's not supposed to fall from the sky either. So this is an issue for me, guys. This is an issue. I'm sorry for the long loading screens.
Well, I hope someone archived all of her social media before it got taken down.
I hope so too.
Someone probably has.
Nice. No, I saw some screenshots of it. I saw some things like, I do like this archived pages. Are they okay? So yeah, I hope he's saying go to the Wayback Machine. Both of our Insta pages are saved there.
It's Persian.
Oh. She has a website too. I wonder if her website's still up or if that's been taken down. Because if they can take down her website, what else is next? Shooting at me. There we go.
There's your website.
No, where are you dropping it?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay.
Is there a place that you prefer me to drop it?
You can just drop it in the other server. Well, I'll gladly take a look at it with the rest of the peeps.
All right.
That's how we should be paying attention to this stuff.
Yeah. I'll drop it in general, in the void.
Thank you. Let's... How am I supposed to tell the difference between the enemies and the non-enemies? Like, that guy was black for sure. I don't think that was a suntan. I think he was black. And these guys were very much made to look like they're white supremacist Jesus freaks. Not just regular Jesus freaks. We were joking about that the other day, how this game seems to be full of these ideas where they finally made a Far Cry where the enemies are white American Heartlanders.
Yeah.
With notions of a tyrannical government. And you're like, oh, wait.
You won't find many people like that.
Yeah. Yeah, especially ones that have so much drugs around them and with them, and that they build giant monuments to their cult leader. Like, I'm not sure what this game is supposed to be explaining to me at this point. Okay, someone's yelling, please help me. Okay. So, is that it? All the hostages have been freed?
You know, it's funny. Her website looks like it was made back in the fucking 90s.
Very possible. It's very possible.
Help me! Someone, please!
What are we fighting? What is happening? Why did he run away? There's no enemies nearby. Guys, why did he just run away from me? So there's the mortar here. It may have been made in the 90s. She may have just been not quick to update it. Maybe this was her one chance of freedom. One chance away from a husband. One chance away from her family. Have a shitty YouTube channel.
Yeah, with weird ab workout videos.
Well, yeah, you got belly dance.
Faith and her angels have been trying to get to us for days. I was out here looking for a way to stop them when the cult took me. I think I found a way to bait the angels, but the ingredients for the bait are in my bag and the cult threw it in the pond. And I can't swim.
What?
I know who can't swim, but I need you to go get it for me.
What? This guy can't swim? God damn it.
I'm looking through the comment section of the video that I sent you.
Yeah.
Someone says she's speaking in Turkish in the video, but it's with a very strange accent.
Okay. That's fine, I guess. Well, let's. No, I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to point fingers at any particular thing. I just. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it was ever a good idea. But I've also advocated that YouTube has the right to demonetize and do whatever the fuck they want on their platform. But let's just never forget that the fairness does not exist in their world. There's no.
Honestly, I'm surprised it's not worse than what it is.
It will be. We were talking about it for the majority of this live stream.
Yeah, I mean, as bad as things are, it could be a lot worse.
Very possibly, very soon, a lot worse too. Not just a little bit worse.
Yeah, because how much is this going to affect their frame of mind? Probably a lot.
Well,
yeah, you
everyone
can't just say
yeah.
You just can't ignore crazy motherfuckers walking into your campus and just popping off shots into people.
No, you can't, and there's a very strong possibility that they won't properly identify the ideology of the attacker either. Once again, it'll just be another. The question is, what kind of gun did she use? That's my question. Does anyone know what kind of gun she used? I'd like to know what kind of gun she used. If it wasn't an automatic gun, if it was just a regular gun, or it was like a bow and arrow.
To the guy in the chat, I'll post a link in chat to her site. Because I have a feeling he's not in the void.
No, he's not in the void, but I don't think he's in the Discord here either.
Yeah, I'll just post a link to our website.
Can you post links to our websites?
Oops. Remove any website addresses and try again. Yeah, I can add addresses in chat.
She used a shotgun? Good for her.
Handgun.
Oh, sorry, handgun. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. She used a handgun? Okay, fine. Not automatic assault rifle.
The chief said this during one of the media briefings.
Yeah, okay. Police chief, yeah. Let me guess, the police sat outside and waited for her to finish again?
I don't know if they did or not. I hope not. But that was a completely different place, but
it was a completely different place, but she ended up shooting herself at the end of this, which means that the police didn't do shit about it. And apparently the YouTube compound.
Well, the police might have not been close enough to actually even be able to respond before it was over.
That's true.
Because from the sound of things, she walked in there, shot a couple people and, offed herself.
Oh. Okay. That's fine too, I guess.
I know people were barricaded in there for quite a while, but I don't know if I can't imagine the police is sitting around with their dick in their hand for an hour.
Well, we saw.
But then again,
we saw it not too long ago. So.
Yeah.
From
what I heard, well, the reason I heard why they didn't go in there was because they didn't have body cams. But still, that's not an excuse to, not go in there.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the school resource officer fucking ran out. It's just like, Jesus Christ. I swear, if there isn't I hope there's a probe going into, like, what the fuck is going on in that police department. Because one thing I heard is the police chief, he has a fucking Lamborghini.
Uh-oh.
For his police car.
Fuck. Why are these bears transforming? What the fuck is happening, guys? The mongoose transformed into a bear, and then the bear fucking tried to eat me. Fine, maybe I'll figure it out later on in the goddamn game. Sorry, the police chief has a Lamborghini?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely something scandalous is going on over there. Someone might want to look into it. No police chief should have a Lamborghini.
Yeah, like all you have to do is type in Sheriff Israel Lamborghini, and it's just all over the fucking place. And it has Broward County Sheriff plastered on the side of it. And it's just like, yeah, this sounds pretty corrupt. Although there are police departments that do have supercars like that.
Yes.
To keep up with, you know, rich brats who do stupid shit.
I have heard of similar things.
I know there's like over in Italy, there's a couple police departments that have Lamborghinis.
Yeah, but that's all the way over there. That's way too far away. Hello. What?
3 days ago.
Okay. All right. I don't know. Have you guys heard about the new Teslas that a couple of cities have started buying up?
No, I haven't.
It's really interesting. They're getting high-end Teslas for police chases, I guess. I'm gonna die. 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 Oh god.
Yeah, the Tesla Model S police car.
Yeah. And people are worried that it's not gonna be a viable or useful vehicle for the police at all. Its range is complete garbage for police everything.
Oh yeah.
And apparently everyone that has been using them so far have been using them as like PR cars or errand cars. And that's not the best way to use. So how much did they spend? $90,000 on the fucking car?
Bear's gonna get us! We're in big trouble here!
I'm not entirely sure.
Quit waiting! Look up there!
These VIPs, man. We just ate the VIP. It's the bear. It's the barrel.
I've got a weird assortment of shit in my my suggestions bar.
Oh, what do you got?
It's like an assortment of like. First one at the top is let the commies hit the floor, and it's a picture of Pinochet saluting.
I like it. I like it.
And then it's some fucking soundtrack from the 1984 movie. And then it's a flight simulator video.
Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna stop streaming about now. It's been 2 hours. I've exhausted myself, and it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning here. Fuck you,
I've still got like another like 4 hours to go.
I'm not surprised. I guess you have to pull that whole marathon. Sorry I can't be with you.
Yeah.
Stick around and
It's
hang
fine.
out. I'm normally never up this late anyway.
Well, you stuck with me through through the rest of it.
Yeah, I enjoy, I guess. See if you can find someone else to hang out live stream with.
Yeah. Someone I play games with who lives out in Colorado. He's usually on pretty late, since he's like 2 hours behind me.
I'm
Oh.
a resident ER doctor.
Okay.
Stitching up bullet wounds is
Alright.
different than delivering.
Well, guys, thanks a lot for sticking by. You know the drill of how this works. Click all the buttons and do all the things. Or don't, whatever. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. And have a good night.